9:25, welcome back. It's Ask the Expert with Centennial Glass Depot. If you've got questions about sealing up your home for the cold weather, we've got the answers here at 613-789-6559, extension 2803, Facebook and email questions as well. Tom's here from Centennial Glass Depot, and you brought along all kinds of different items. I don't even know what they're called. What are these called?
Well, most of them are weather stripping.
Weather stripping and so on.
Rubber seals and gaskets.
Yeah. So a lot of times I would guess you get questions via telephone or whatever from people saying, hey, do you have any of that white weather stripping because mine's coming loose?
Exactly. People will stop by our shop, or they'll call in. They'll say, well, I have a white window and it has this weather stripping and it's not working, or it's missing, it's gone. And they'll say, can you fix that? Well, we'd love to, and we sure can fix that. But here are a few of the type, just only the smallest amount, and there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of different types. And Ron from our office is perhaps the very best in the entire world at tracking this stuff down. He has literally thousands of different types of weather strippings.
Right.
We can match everything, but we need to know what it is. We need to see it. We need to get a bit of an idea, a type of window, and then at that point, we can sure take care of it without any trouble
Best
whatsoever.
off to bring it in if you can?
If you can bring a piece in, that's the best. Make, model of the window. It's not always possible, but if you can, we can sure help out. And if you can't, well, then doggone it, we'll go to your home and we'll help you out there.
We'll have a look at it, yeah.
Take a picture. Take a picture, email.
Exactly. I mean, apparently that technology exists now.
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got our first question of the day. Let's fire up the email. Amy Henderson says this: if we can't replace all our windows before Christmas, what is the best way to keep the cold air out with old windows? There are significant gaps that let the cold air in. Okay, that's a fair question. Not everybody's going to have the time nor the cash to replace all of their windows with winter approaching. What, Tom, do you suggest to seal things up in the meantime until you get new windows?
Well, first, the best thing to do is to make some sort of a maintenance program and organize yourself on how you're going to address it and attack it. If you have windows right now that definitely are failing, or you can feel the air coming in, or you can see the caterpillars crawling through, then you need to have those windows looked at. Are they square? Is the weather stripping in good shape? Is the glass in good shape? What is the assessment of what's transpiring? Once you make that assessment, then we can organize something for sure. And we're just too happy to send a consultant or an estimator down to Amy's home, have a look at her windows and take an assessment. She may only need a certain type of weather stripping, or maybe a thermal pane, or maybe she just needs to have her window re-squared or a new piece of hardware. The next thing you know, she's done, and she's in good shape throughout the winter.
Yeah. Just get someone to look at it, and they can give you a better assessment. Yeah. Because as I mentioned earlier, I was talking with Jeff and Leanne on the show. Windows are a pretty specific item, and not a whole lot of people know a lot about windows. You know what I mean? The average homeowner.
Well, exactly. Plus, I hate to say this, but windows are also extremely cosmetic. If they look beautiful, your house is worth more. The value rises. If they're old and decrepit and beat up, then not maybe so much.
Exactly. You got to have an expert look at them, I'm telling you. All right. We have a Facebook question coming in from Catherine. She says, I have a 25-year-old house. We put in brand new windows last year, and during the winter last year, the windows steamed up and we had a buildup of ice. That's not good, but it may not be the windows?
No, I think you're right. It probably isn't the windows, and that's a very common question, a very common occurrence.
Is that right?
It happens a lot more than you might admit. At the beginning, they have old windows, so they've got the heat cranked up, the humidity levels are at a high level in the home. They're just trying to be comfortable. Someone comes in, whichever reputable window company comes in, changes the windows, they put nice new windows in, and all of a sudden now the water is streaming down the inside of the windows. And of course, once it gets cold, sometimes when it gets cold, what happens is it freezes on the bottom. Now, if you have water streaming down the inside of the window, your humidity in your home is too high. You have to turn that down a little bit, or you have to move that air. If you have drapes in front of your window or curtains and the air is going up and behind, there's cold air outside, there's warm air inside, there's nothing, and condensation, just like a failed thermal pane, is happening. But now it's happening on the inside because you've sealed it up tight. If ice is growing at the bottom, chances are, and I hate to say this, but chances are they may not have insulated properly on the inside. We'd like to think of a more positive feeling if we could, but it's feasible to believe it might not be insulated properly on the bottom. So that cold air is just sitting there waiting to freeze.
I know everybody, everybody in the world's not a Centennial Glass Depot customer, but you have to be very careful when selecting who is going to replace your windows or work with your glass in your home, right?
Oh, most certainly. It's tremendously important. There are a lot of reputable window companies in the Valley, good people, no one quite as good as us, but really there are some good people out there that do good work, and there's some others that aren't. So you want to do a little bit of homework, ask for some references, have a look. You know, we've been in the business 45 years. You know, we take great pride in everything we do. We use our own people all the time. We don't have subcontractors coming in that have to get to the next job if they're going to make a living. Our people come in, they're experienced, they're trained, they're licensed, they take good care in what they do, and then they go on to the next job. That's important.
Yeah, exactly. You got to do your homework. You got to shop around and make sure you're getting the best value for your dollar. That's for sure. Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break, but when we come back, we'll talk about the whole idea of hardwares on your windows that could fail and leave things a little drafty here and there. We'll get to that, plus more questions. If you got them, ask them. 613-789-6559, extension 2803, ottawa.morning@ctv.ca. Centennial Glass Depot and Ask the Expert. We'll be right back.
I really want to give this a go.